The US military said early Thursday it ended its latest wave of airstrikes targeting Iran. Strikes also reached into areas around Iran's capital, Tehran, for the first time of this latest round of violence, according to Iranian state media, who added that American strikes struck Qeshm Island and the southern port city of Chabahar, as well as the northern Semnan province, which holds Iran's ballistic missile production and space program. Iranian officials say US strikes have killed more than 35 people and wounded more than 300. Meanwhile, the US says it fired a missile into a Curacao-flagged oil tanker's funnel after it ignored warnings while heading toward Iran's main oil export terminal. In retaliation, Iran fired missiles and drones targeting Jordan, Bahrain and Kuwait before dawn. On Wednesday, the US military resumed its airstrikes against Iran in broad daylight, as Washington said it was intensifying its campaign aimed at limiting Tehran's ability to threaten commercial shipping in the Strait of Hormuz.
Votant 561, exprimé 532. Majorité 267, pour 291, contre 241, l'Assemblée nationale a adopté.
French MPs voted on Wednesday to adopt a law allowing the right to assisted dying for some terminally ill adults under strict rules. The bill primarily provides for medical-assisted suicide, allowing eligible patients to receive and self-administer lethal medication under strict conditions. Only those physically unable to do so would be allowed to receive assistance from a doctor or nurse. Patients seeking to end their lives would have to be at least 18 years old and either French citizens or legal residents of France. Many French people have travelled to neighbouring countries where assisted suicide or euthanasia are legal. The law, backed by the lower chamber, still needs to be examined by France's highest constitutional authority. The bill was one of the flagships pledges of French President Emmanuel Macron's second five-year term, which he described as the French model for end-of-life care. France joins 11 countries that have also adopted assisted dying laws, each with their own rules and criteria.
Cypriot Deputy EU Affairs Minister Marilena Rauna has defended the appointment of European Commission Executive Vice President Raffaele Fitto to serve as the EU Commission Special Representative for Cyprus. Authorities of the occupied Cypriot North, which is only recognized by Turkey, fiercely condemned the appointment on Monday. Rauna, however, rejected the criticism.
The Cyprus question is a European question, and reunifying the last divided member state of the European Union will not only be transformative for Cyprus, it will also be transformative for the region of the Eastern Mediterranean, sending a resounding message for peace and stability when we desperately need it.
The Turkish Cypriot leadership alleged the selection was made without obtaining its approval and called it a provocative step that exposes the EU's biased stance regarding Cyprus. Cyprus has been divided since 1974, when a Greek-backed coup triggered a Turkish military intervention that led to its occupation of the island's north. The European Commission announced Fitto's appointment on Monday with the aim to find a lasting solution to the 52-year impasse within the framework established by the UN. The controversy comes at a sensitive time in EU-Turkey relations, with European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen and European Council President Antonio Costa meeting Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan at the NATO summit in Ankara last week.
Hungary's former foreign minister has resigned as lawmaker and has taken an executive position with Chinese electric automaker BYD. Peter Szijjártó announced his move on a social media post on Wednesday. Peter Szijjártó, an ally of nationalist ex-leader Viktor Orbán, wrote on Facebook that he had received a highly prestigious offer from the world's top electric car maker. He will be responsible for the group's external relations and the development of new business lines. Since he lost his position as foreign minister after Orban and his far-right Fidesz party lost a landslide election in April, Szijjártó had been absent for most parliamentary votes and rarely appeared in public. In 2023, Szijjártó announced that his now employer BYD would open its first European factory in Hungary to skirt European Union import tariffs on Chinese electric vehicles imposed to protect the continent's domestic auto manufacturing sector. As Hungary's Foreign Affairs and Trade Minister, Szijjártó played a central role in talks with BYD on bringing the plant to Hungary.
No lines, no waiting, no staff. That's how this first in Europe fully autonomous drugstore works.
A jornada do consumidor nesta parafarmácia começa à porta. É aqui que é apresentado um meio de pagamento do qual será debitado o valor final gasto no interior do estabelecimento.
A debit or credit card is the key to entering the store. Closing the door validates it so you can shop inside. The shopping experience is personalized and tailored to each customer's preferences.
De ter uma experiência de compra rápida, de entrar, pegar no que precisa e sair em menos de um minuto. Não tem filas, não tem caixas, não tem nada que dificulte a sua jornada na loja. Ou pode vir e verificar e ler os ingredientes de 30 produtos, estar aqui meia hora a escolher antes de levar. É um bocadinho dar ao consumidor a opção.
After entering, browsing, selecting and picking out items, the final step remaining is the checkout.
O último passo desta jornada consiste então em confirmar os produtos que vamos adquirir e finalizar a compra.
All of this is possible thanks to a combination of cameras and weight and motion sensors that track the customer's movements and the products in the store, all operated using artificial intelligence. The store, which operates 24 hours a day, opened in November as a sort of test bed for the future of the industry, which aims to separate pharmaceutical services from purely commercial functions here. In this store, employees enter only to restock, while customer support is just a click away.
Ao início as pessoas tinham muito receio de entrar, tinham muito receio até de sair depois de estarem cá dentro, porque como não tem caixas, as pessoas tinham a sensação de que podiam ser acusadas de roubo ou alguma coisa, e agora estão cada vez mais confiantes de que a tecnologia funciona, que as acompanha.
With 85 square meters of floor space, the store offers practically everything you'd find in a pharmacy, including skincare products, baby products, dietary supplements and oral hygiene products. For now, over-the-counter medication and, of course, prescription drugs are not available here.
The Athens Photo Festival is Greece's largest international photography event. This year, 70 artists and artist collectives from 30 countries are participating in the main exhibition. The festival explores some of the defining issues, challenges and complexities of our time. Through works that engage with social, political and intercultural concerns, it offers a thought-provoking reflection on today's world.
Δεν υπάρχει μια κοινή θεματική όπου όλες οι εκθέσεις και τα έργα που παρουσιάζονται ενσωματώνονται σε αυτήν. Ούτε υπάρχουν επιμέρους θεματικές κατηγορίες. Τον καλούμε ουσιαστικά να δει τη φωτογραφία πέρα από τη φωτογραφία ως αυτόνομο έργο, αλλά πώς νεματοδοτείται και πώς υπάρχει μέσα στο χώρο, πώς το έργο του ενός καλλιτέχνη συνομιλεί με τους άλλους καλλιτέχνες, πώς επιτυχάνονται συνδέσεις ή ρήξεις μεταξύ τους. Μας ενδιαφέρει να θέσουμε πολλαπλά ερωτήματα πέρα από το τι σημαίνει καλή φωτογραφία. Μας ενδιαφέρει ο ρόλος που καλείται να επιτελέσει φωτογραφία στη σημερινή κοινωνική πραγματικότητα. Πότε η φωτογραφία γίνεται αρχείο, πότε η φωτογραφία γίνεται μαρτυρία, πότε γίνεται μυθοπλασία, πότε γίνεται πολιτική πράξη, πότε γίνεται διαμαρτυρία.
The festival also develops a range of dedicated platforms that operate both during the event and throughout the year. These initiatives expand its mission by supporting emerging artists, promoting photographic and publishing practices, strengthening connections with the urban environment, and fostering artistic research. The main exhibition is complemented by a vibrant public program of screenings, educational activities, talks, guided tours and parallel events encouraging dialogue and active audience participation.
Η φωτογραφία είναι από τη φύση της ένα ανήσυχο μέσο. Είναι άρρηκτα συνδεδεμένη με την τεχνολογία και καλείται διαρκώς να ενσωματώνει ό,τι αλλαγές αυτή επιφέρει. Και κατ' επέκταση και οι ίδιοι δημιουργοί που καλούνται αργά ή γρήγορα να πειραματίζονται και να ενσωματώνουν στην πρακτική τους τις νέες τεχνολογίες. Αντίστοιχα, το φεστιβάλ καλλιεργεί αυτή τη συζήτηση.
The Athens Photo Festival is organized by the Hellenic Center for Photography and runs until July 26th.
Argentine fans were seen celebrating as their team made it to the World Cup final after beating England 2-1 in Atlanta on Wednesday. Once again, Argentina made its comeback near the end of the game as going into the 85th minute, England was still leading 1-0. Argentina's goals were scored by Enzo Fernandez at the 85th minute of the game, while Lautaro Martinez's goal followed in overtime at 92 minutes. Meanwhile, England's Anthony Gordon scored at the 55th minute. The defending champions' victory means they will face Spain in Sunday's final in New Jersey. On Tuesday, Spain defeated France 2-0. Argentina already holds 3 World Cup titles, having won in 1978, 1986 and most recently in 2022 when they defeated France in a penalty shootout.